everybody, welcome back to the episode of Stay on Survival. Today we return, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and today, boom, we got a look at something here from the devs that we are going to be breaking down, in addition to a raid a little bit later on. But without further ado, this was shared by the developers over at Kafir that are working on Last Day on Earth, and by the looks of it, this is something that has to do with a couple of things. Number one, if we look at the general kind of like decor and everything of the screenshot, especially that little telephone booth on the left-hand side, this is seriously looking like it could actually be this screenshot that we are seeing taking place at the gas station. Another reason why that's likely is because if you guys look at the radar in the upper right-hand corner, you guys can see that there is, well, the garage into Jane's, because you can literally see that like little doorway and the little gear icon next to it. That gear icon is most likely the gear that you activate to open the door that gets you to Jane. We'll actually be heading out to the gas station a little bit later to kind of showcase where we could expect this screenshot to be taking place in that kind of like grand scheme of gas station things. And on top of it, it's a good excuse to clear out the gas station. But besides the fact that from a couple of context clues you can take away like the general decor, the floor, by the way, if you guys look at the floor, that looks very much so like something you would see out of the gas station, and the radar, there are some signs pointing towards this well, being at the gas station. Now the question is, what in tarnation is it? And it says opening soon on the left. And then here's the interesting thing: if you guys look at the mini map over at the radar, you can see what appears to be the type of icon where you need to work on something. That is actually, if you guys go ahead and cop a look over here, you guys can see that exact same icon, and honestly a very similar size to well, our little ATV and whatnot over there. And while we are paying attention towards the ATV and what we are pointing out, pay attention to number one, the treads over here of the ATV, along with a couple of other things such as this little box over here with this thingy-mabob, this freaking thing over there, a whole bunch of jazz like that. And if you guys also look at this little red barrel over there and this, we can see that, well, if we head back to the screenshot, that is literally a work in progress ATV. Why in tarnation is this at the garage? And this is leading to some very big things, because this could mean one of a couple things. Number one, it appears that the garage is going to get some sort of a revamp, and whether that be mainly just whatever in tarnation's going on with this like little ATV, because there's literally an ATV that is under repair at the garage for some reason, along with, if you guys look in the upper right hand corner, kind of where the mini map, where the radar is, it also looks like there's a little bit of like a chopper like station or something like that. So definitely a little bit interesting. But let's get back to it. Number one, there's the fact that there's likely some sort of a gas station update coming our way, and given the fact this has to literally do with the ATV, this is probably gonna have to do with that ATV/swamp update that is likely going to be the secret update on the roadmap that has been released. And from what they have said, we can expect out of the two major updates that they are going to be dropping throughout the rest of summer, which is about throughout the next 2.5 months. They have said the first of those updates should be coming at some point in this month, and given the fact that right here we are seeing them appearing to tease the ATV even more, and from the roadmap and stuff, that secret update does come before the Settler/Outpost update. The Settler/Outpost update, of course, is going to be a pretty big update, and that leaves the secret update to have to be something big, and introduce the ATV and swamp would be a big reason for that. But with that bit established, we're back here. So with this major ATV swamp update, there's gonna be some sort of a gas station revamp coming, and for some reason a repairable ATV over at the garage. Now I'm trying to get to the bottom of why has this been moved? Is this where we are going to be storing and keeping our personal ATV, or for some reason do we need to repair Jane's ATV that she has over there, and upon repair maybe she like this is what I'm thinking, maybe this is how we get the ATV transmission. Maybe we got to do a little favor for Jane, and in exchange she'll give us like an extra ATV transmission, maybe like a trade. We help her finish up her ATV transmission, or maybe she gives us some quests, and in exchange she gives us the ATV transmission because, well, she's the freaking mechanic, man. If there's honestly anywhere we might be able to get that from, I feel like it might have to do with this updated gas station and Jane. And with the potential for a gas station update, there could be the potential for some sort of a loot box we might be able to open here that has a chance of dropping that ATV transmission, or maybe some sort of a boss that could come into such an updated gas station. But back to it, I think what this might be is maybe once we repair this ATV ATV area here, either this is going to be storing our personal ATV, maybe we just won't have room to store it at our base and instead Jane will be holding on to it, or upon repair, like I'm saying, Jane will give us the component that we require of the ATV transmission, or maybe this is totally separate and instead, once we repair this area over here, maybe this is where we can actually work on kind of how similar the chopper, we can kind of like get those boxes and different types of choppers unlocked. Maybe Jane will have a similar functionality where we'll be able to get like different variants of the ATV unlocked, and maybe she'll be able to help us out, given the fact that she's the mechanic, upgrade and whatnot our ATV once it gets introduced, once we do kind of help her repair this opening soon area over here. Now, I am still a little bit stumped about why that chopper in the upper right hand corner is over there and why it exists. Like, it might just be to kind of give us context that, like, because we are seeing a couple of things, by the way, in that upper right hand corner, including what does appear to be kind of like the repainting thing. So maybe Jane will also gain the functionality to help us repaint our chopper if we bring it over here. And if that's the case, I feel like they're kind of updating the gas station to make Jane a bit more essential and useful in the context of vehicles. And with this ATV update coming up, it does make a lot of sense that they give Jane a little bit of a bigger role, because the ATV is going to be a huge vehicle, and her, of course, being the master of the garage and subsequently vehicles, because that's what garages are for. And whatever this repairable ATV structure does mean over here, a lot of things are tying together to make Jane somehow, some way essential to ATVs, whether that be we're somehow able to get the ATV transmission from her, or she is able to help us upgrade our ATV. Regardless, on top of it all, there for some reason appears to be a repairable ATV at Jane's, and there's a variety of reasons it could be there, like we were saying, and I am a little bit stumped by it, dude, because like I genuinely feel like it could be any of these things. Maybe we now need to repair the ATV over at Jane's, and maybe, you know, Jane will serve as the whatchamacallit, like the protector of your ATV. Maybe like you won't have room to hold it at your base, and as such they kind of like transfer all the progress of your current ATV repair over to Jane's, and we kind of repair our ATV and let Jane kind of serve as like a storage area for it, because like it's like, here's the thing, the garage for our chopper back at home, that takes up like a 3x3 3x4 space. The spot for an ATV would probably be a lot more significant, which is why I'm thinking that this might be kind of leading up to the gas station kind of serving as the parking spot for our ATV, because we do have a friend in Jane over there who can help us out. She might have the ability to help us upgrade it and all this type of jazz. But regardless, that is the information that I did have for you, lads and lassies, today, and holy guacamole, is it some interesting stuff to say the least. Also, here we are at the gas station, and we're going to try and showcase exactly where that seeming repairable ATV would be located, and why I'm kind of leaning towards like Jane has to play some sort of a role in the grand scheme of things here, man. There's no reason for some reason, especially with the ATV swamp update coming up, for the developers to tease what appears to be an updated gas station, what appears to be a repairable ATV over by that updated gas station, and all this type of jazz. It's just a lot of things that are definitely leaving some interesting stuff to be taken away from it, and this is definitely some stuff that I would like to hear from y'all in that comment section down below. What do you guys think of this seemingly updated gas station? Why is this ATV over here? What's that little chopper doing over there as well? On top of it all, like, what in tarnation is going on? Because I'm still trying to get to the bottom of it a little bit. Like, there's definitely some concrete takeaways from the image, but like there's also just some other mysterious aspects of it. And check it out over here, we're actually exactly where this would likely be happening. So as you guys can see, if you compare the minimap that we are looking at right now to the minimap over on that image, and check it out, there's this freaking telephone pole over here. By the looks of it, there is going to be a major update coming here, and that is going to be, number one, some sort of an expansion. They are going to kind of increase the space between this garage and between this telephone pole to actually give us room. Like I'm saying, it's looking like it's going to be room to freaking store our ATV and kind of like be a little spot for it, you know, because if we open up this gear and doorway combo over there, that leads us to Jane's. If you guys see kind of like the general layout of the radar, like it literally, it's these exact same buildings. You have this, if you guys follow my little mouse cursor over there, it's the same outline as the one we're seeing in the image. And then over here, we're also seeing that little doorway over there that goes into there, the little back room over there. This is where the updated area ATV repairable thing is going to be, but what type of a role is it going to play, man? Jane, I need answers. What is it gonna do? Please tell me, Jane. I got a feeling I don't think she wants to tell me, but I will take this opportunity to go ahead and try to cash in some of our extra chopper parts, because it's a little bit of a recap of what the gas station is good for and why you should be coming here in the first place. If you got extra chopper parts and or just extra components for any of this stuff, you can trade them in and acquire some of these mechanics boxes, which can actually help you level up and get different parts or like different types of motorcycles, like the off-road bike. Once you initially learn the police station bike from doing 99 waves of police station, absolute insanity. No need to tell me twice. I am very well aware of it. 99 waves is pretty ridiculous to do. And also, oh no, hello, my guy, why'd you stop moving, person? Dude, my person literally, okay, there we go. You just refused to move, man. How you gonna do me like that? Okay, listen, Kalashnikov 47 is going to teach you some manners for trying to finesse me like this game. I am not very appreciative of these maneuvers, so AK-47 is here to help out a little bit. And we'll go ahead and get a little bit of pistol drizzle popping off as well. But like I'm saying, I want to hear from you guys in that comment section down below what you guys think of this ATV little area that's going to be added in between this little gas station that we are clearing right now and Jane's shop over there, because it very obviously looks like it's going to belong to Jane, and I'm guessing she's going to need our help in repairing it or something, because it has that image like on the minimap where it is going to be repairable, and it literally seems the exact same as the ATV like repair station that we have back at home, which is just it's raising all sorts of curious questions here and just hyping up the fact that this is confirmed more and more, just kind of being like, yeah, okay, the ATV swamp update, you got us red-handed. That is indeed the secret update, and for some reason it's going to involve this, and maybe some other locations will be updated as well. But I am very happy to see that they are at the least going to do minimum. They're gonna update something with Jane to have her have to do with the ATV, and maybe while they're at it, they'll revamp the rest of the gas station as well and add some other components to do with it. But regardless, let me know what you guys think of all of this, what you guys think of this ATV little area being added in, all that type of jazz, because this is just like it has that little sign saying opening soon. Like there's so much to take away from it, man. And I want to get to this updated gas station on the lickety splits, but in the meantime, we gotta tide over the hype a little bit and try to calm down a little bit. But in the meantime, I would love to hear from you guys and gals in that comment section down below, your guys' thoughts on this little ATV under construction area, what appears to be a gas station revamp coming our way, and what type of a role Jane and subsequently this repairable ATV are going to have, because it's just so weird to literally have the exact same ATV repair structure that we build at base be present over here. Like, besides the stone floor not being under it, like in that image, it literally, give me that mechanic points, please, and thank you. It literally looks exactly the same, which is just like, okay, we got some spooky stuff going on over here, you know? Yeah, I know. But go ahead and let me know any of your guys' thoughts around this in that comment section down below. I absolutely cannot wait to hear from you guys and gals and see what you guys think about it, because this is going to be big. And also, I already looted up these boxes. I'm just double checking, making sure we're not leaving anything behind. But this is going to be big, and it is subsequently a very big teaser for a very big feature of a very big update. And honestly, like I'm saying, a couple of teasers about the fact that there's going to be an update coming to the gas station. Somehow the ATV is going to tie into it. All that type of jazz. Let me know your guys' thoughts on any and all of it in that comment section down below. And a reminder that comment is going to put you 1/3 of the way into the wiki trial at your Touch Play Store gift card giveaway. All you gotta do as well is make sure that like button and make sure you subscribe. That will enter you in on today's video. Y'all can go ahead and enter in on every single last day on Earth video. When Saturday rolls around, we'll pick random video for the past week, pick random comment from that random video, and that will be the winner for the week. And we'll kick off a new weekly giveaway that exact same Saturday as well. So make sure you stay tuned with that notification bell to stay up to date with every single video y'all can enter in on for that weekly giveaway. Not to mention all the other dope survival games going up on the channel as well. That does help you stay in the loop on. And hello, Mr. Crashed Motorcycle. What do you have in store for me here, buddy? A little bit of plastic and a little bit of transistors. Okay, and here's the thing, man. Like, low-key, here's a very main road. I could definitely see somehow this revamp involving like this truck getting out of the way and actually being like some sort of an accessible road that subsequently we drive our ATV out of, if this is indeed the glorified parking zone that it is going to be, potentially. Well, like I'm saying, the notification bell's a great way to stay up to date with all those other videos. Go, oh, get out of here, fast spider, back it up, boy, back it up. I see you chilling under that taxi, you mad lad. But it's gonna be a great way to stay up to date with all those other videos as well, because in case you guys have not already, definitely give them a look when you get the opportunity, because we are checking out all sorts of super awesome survival games on the channel, in addition to Last Day on Earth. And if you guys are fans of Last Day on Earth, there's a very great chance you will be thoroughly enjoying some of the other stuff going up on the channel as well. So definitely give it a look. I'm not saying I'm not gonna force your eyes open and to watch every single other video, but hey, if you want it, I won't complain about that either. But I'm just saying, if you see a new game, a new series, or maybe a game that currently does have a series but you haven't given an opportunity to, go ahead, give that video a look, give it a spin, and you might genuinely find a game that you enjoyed the bejesus out of, and one that maybe you start tuning into the series on, because we're always having a fan-freaking-tastic time with some of these other games that we are checking out. There are all sorts of survival games, mobile survival games, free survival games, the whole shebang, you name it, and they are all quality survival games to go along with it, and we are having an absolutely fan-freaking-tastic time with them. And like I'm saying, you might really find a game that you enjoy the series on, or maybe even a game that you just start playing yourself because you're like, hot diggity dog, I want this on my phone and or computer device. And god dang it, fast butter, what is you doing, baby? What is you doing? Granata! Oh my god, I did like no damage to that freaking mechanic zombie. Talk about a trooper. All these savage giants I'm also not a fan of, because they are quite testy if you don't play your cards right. But as you guys have seen, we've kind of gotten through the first half of the gas station. Now we're kind of moving on to the second half, which is a poop ton of vehicles. And with these vehicles, there's a variety of things we can find and a variety of things that could happen, mainly accidentally setting off an alarm. Bless up, we haven't done that yet, but we can also find rusty car engines and whatnot throughout a lot of these, a lot of these things, and subsequently, we can actually go ahead and haul these back, and as we did with the electric generator, we can turn these in and get a little bit of pointage out of them as well. If we find one that has, like, blue and doesn't look as rusty, though, that one is technically better and does give us more points. We can also toss them into the recycler, in case you guys are not aware, and they do have an opportunity at a variety of things, including, I think, engine parts are, like, some of the, one of, like, the big things that kind of like headline what you can get out of this. But with that notification bell as well, it's not just a great way to stay up to date with every single video y'all can turn on for that weekly giveaway and all those other dope survival games, but also a great way to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest of Last Day on Earth information as well. As soon as that type of info does come out about the game, we're spreading it to you guys' eyes and ears on the lickety split, breaking down that information, how it ties in with all the information already out there, everything else that we already know, everything else that already exists within the game, like existing features and areas and locations, and we tie all of that together to give us the clearest look at the future of Last Day on Earth, what to expect in future updates, when to expect future updates, what types of features these future updates might have, what these new locations and new enemies and maybe new weapons might be looking like and might be acting like. The whole shebang we are keeping you in the loop on. And not just that, as soon as that type of new update does come out, we are checking it out absolutely ASAP and showing off every single little thing that it does have to offer. New locations, new enemies, new anything. Hello, that's some pretty good stuff we're getting out of here. But yeah, new anything, you name it. If there is something new, we are checking it out absolutely. Die fast, spider. We are checking it out absolutely ASAP and showing off all that it does have to offer for you wonderful lads and lassies, and with some very big stuff coming up, like, for example, like that huge ATV swamp update in the works and the settler/outpost update. Like with those, man, we're gonna be building up that, we're building up the ATV literally ASAP. Like I will dedicate all of my loot, potentially some dollary dues, and all the time as soon as that update does come out to build that ATV, drive that bad boy around, get to the new western swamp zones, and of course all the other stuff that update will likely ensue as well. And then with settlers and outposts, man, we're gonna be trying to build up the best outpost imaginable as pretty much a glorified second base of ours, recruit all the settlers that we can, the whole shebang, and have an absolutely fan-freaking-tastic time as well. So long story short, make sure you guys are staying tuned and make sure y'all do have that notification bell hit for it, because we got some great stuff coming up. But with that engine part turned in, or engine, it's not really an engine part, it is literally an entire engine, we are now now continuing through this gauntlet of enemies and doom and death and other things. And police officer, death to you and death to your abomination comrade. I don't know why you are teaming up with toxic abomination. Team up with other police officer. Is so unrealistic. This zombie game is so unrealistic. How, like, there are zombies, but listen, it is how the zombies team up. It is too unrealistic for me. I do not like it. Kitten. I'm kitten right meow. I'm kitten right meow. No need to stress. But all right, we've gotten through a lot of these. We haven't set off any car alarms, which is a little bit of a blessing. Hello, Savage Giant. We have set off some Savage Giant alarms, though. The alarms for them to enter their doom. Oh, god dang it. Did not mean for him to survive my granata. Oh, there's the police officer fella. Why weren't you teaming up with your friend? What tarnation are you doing? But yeah, these things should have a chance at setting off an alarm. But apparently we are the sneakiest devils in the whole dang world, because we have not set off one alarm. Hello, that's what I like to see, because this is going to be a very important component in the ATV, because currently, in order to repair the ATV, it's going to cost 200 engine parts. So yeah, not exactly something that everyone will be able to do off the bat, but guess what? I got the loot, and I will be doing everything that I can to show off the ATV so you guys know what it does look like when that new update does come, like we were saying, because I've been preparing for this moment for flipping ages, boys and girls. That ATV is probably something I've been eyeing for like the past year plus, man. I've been playing Last Day on Earth for, at this point, over 2 years, and the ATV has been something I have wanted for quite a minute. God dang it, I cannot do anything about this engine part, unfortunately. Yo, can I not put this down somewhere, mate? I can't exactly do much with it, because, I mean, we could go and toss it on the back of our chopper. For now, hey, chopper over there, you got that, buddy? You gonna hold on to it? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. But let's continue clearing up the rest of this gas station. We do have a frenzied giant we gotta deal with. Yeah, horrifying. I know. But luckily, it's not like a hard mode frenzied giant, so he should drop dead relatively quickly. Not too much worries there. We'll take out a couple of these lasher dudes, and there you guys have it. That's pretty much, besides this fast biter, pretty much all the enemies that you need to worry about, unless the bad thing happens. Star, what is this bad thing you are hyping up? Well, hopefully I can get it to happen, because, yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. You can set off the car alarm, and the zombies are not very amused. Holy guacamole. Yeah, they send a lot at you. This is why the gas station isn't always my favorite loot spot, because it is very expensive if you are not as lucky as could be. But let's get back to looting over here. Hopefully no more alarms happen. But yeah, if an alarm does occur, you have a huge wave of zombies coming to try and mess things up, which doesn't always buff out in the best of fashions. I mean, we're doing pretty okay, so I'm not too worried, not too concerned about it, but make sure you're coming prepared. Ooh, and here's that better engine that I was talking about. I might end up taking this. Why can I not put it there? There we go. I'm probably gonna end up taking that little engine part home, but I do want to continue checking out these car loot boxes, whatever you want to call them, because technically they're like boxes on the minimap, so I guess that's why I'm calling them loot boxes, because they do have the chance at stuff like an engine part, and I'm pretty sure we've gotten like steel out of here as well, and steel is definitely not too shabby, and with this chopper, I think that will be everything looted up, and honestly, only setting off one alarm is ridiculously good luck on our part, so things have gone good. I'm gonna save some of this trash. That's limited edition trash. I don't want to be using that quite yet. I'll probably go ahead. I'll put away these 2 band-aids, man. We still got actually, I'll put away the 1 battery. I'm not trying to take home 1 battery. I got freaking hundreds of the stuff that we still got to recycle, but our recycler's kind of been working full-time on weapons, because I need weapon parts for my weapon mods. Yes, okay. Glad that's been established, but yeah. Oh, we still got this to open up. Okay. I thought we may have opened this. I suppose not. I spoke too soon. Ooh, a little bit of that. I will actually, whoop. There we go. We got a full stack coming our way now. That's what I like to see. And I'll get to the beanie, grab that, and okay, I believe we have gotten every single piece of loot that we can. I do hear more zombies, so, like, I think those are the zombies just kind of waiting for that perfect moment to jump you after you might accidentally set off. Oh, did not even know I had that. After you do accidentally set off an alarm, but, I think we've opened up every single thing, so there y'all have it. A look at the gas station, some of its dangers, some of its treasures, and most importantly, some of its changes that do appear to be on the horizon, because that little teaser image, man, Like the fact of the matter too is that that's an in-game look. So probably this is that image that we showed was like one of the devs like testing out some of the changes they have done to the gas station. So the fact of the matter is that gas station's looking pretty freaking prepared, man. Okay, so dude, oh my god, I can't wait for this month to be over, because you know why? By the time this month is over, this ATV Swamp update should be out, and we will be having an absolute blast with it for quite a bit at that point. And dude, probably when the ATV Swamp update comes out, I'm gonna be completely honest here, you guys can probably fully expect a double, maybe a triple upload that day of Last Day on Earth, purely because the size and sheer content that this thing's gonna have is gonna be insane. But okay, I'm gonna haul this thing back, bring it back home on our chopper, and we got a raid we got to prepare for, so I'll talk to y'all in a sec. Alrighty, lads and lassies, it's time to get jiggy with it. Here we have everything we need. I think it's a little bit overkill too, man. The fact that we got 3 C4 at our disposal right now, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling the best I've felt in ages, because that's a lot of firepower we have at our fingertips, and subsequently a lot of bada bing bada boom power, and subsequently a lot of potentially very broken stone walls of the bases of our victims. I mean the featured guests bases we're showing off. I'm not a raider. I'm just doing Last Day on Earth MTV cribs of all the bases I visit. I don't take things, I don't know what you're talking about. But with this huge arsenal ready to go, let's hop onto our special edition chopper that is capped out at 5 miles per hour. I don't want to accidentally get any post-apocalyptic speeding tickets. You know, I'm very worried about that. I don't want to have to deal with the freaking zombie police or anything like that. Especially like they got a freaking gas station not gas station. They got a gas station too, but they have a freaking police station right there. I'm not trying to go to zombie jail. It sounds like a nightmare. I'll probably accidentally get my brains eaten out. And I might be like, Star, why are you not bringing a silenced shotgun, you mad lad? Well, let me tell you. It's because I'm mad. Not like angry mad, although maybe a little bit. I suppose it'll help me take out my anger, quote unquote, on zombies, which is always a very fun pastime of mine. And I think we might literally be able to get into here with the low cost of 1 iron hatchet, making this pretty cheap in that department. But here's the thing, from doing a little bit of research into this base, we should be able to break everything important before anything too bad happens. So you might be like, Star, what are you talking about? I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about here. First things first, I'm gonna try and soften up each and every one of these chests. We're gonna try to make as much noise as we can in one go. Then we're gonna group up as many waves of zombies as we can and hit them with our special shotgun rain active skill mod. Like I'm saying, we'll literally be able to break every one of these and not need to worry a lick about the repercussions, because we're not gonna break 100 noise, which means, long story short, bada bing bada boom, we're gonna be good to go. So yeet, let's start making all the noise in the world. I want all the zombie waves in the world to make their way over to us so we can hopefully deal with as many enemies as possible. That's kind of like the goal for everything here. Oh me, oh my, they're getting a lot of hits off on us. This is definitely a little bit spookier than I thought. Yeet, let's run our way out of there. Holy mama, we got a giant horde after this raid coming our way. Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. We should be able to shotgun rain a couple of them off. And that's the thing, we'll be able to minimize how much shotgun rain we use due to the fact that this literally takes out ginormous hordes of enemies due to its, kind of nature of hitting many targets at once. And then to go alongside with that, we got all these spikes over here that will honestly be able to do quite a number on the rest of them. And we are pretty much left with a couple of toxic abominations. Oh baby, shotgun rain to the lot of you. And we'll just kind of inflict the remaining damage to all those schmucks, and there we have it. We now have every chest open, so let's begin the best and my favorite part of every raid in existence, the looting part. And you know, it is looking sus. It is looking a little bit sus. I'm not seeing anything that's, you know, a home run out of the park type stuff here. So one of the yes, a little bit better, a little bit of oak. I'm always happy to see some oak, always a welcome sight for these sore eyes. But wow, we have hit what's the opposite of a jackpot? Because that's the type of pot that we're in right now. This is not the type of pot I wanted to be in. I wanted to be in a jackpot, not a poop pot. It's pretty much what this is, man. This is a glorified poop pot. And I'm not a fan of it. Yeah. Now, we do still have a little bit of noise to play with. We might also summon another wave here, and I do want to try and break into some of these other... Yeah, we got another wave coming our way. I'll just deal with these schmucks as they come, because this M16 was literally built for taking out fast biters in 5 bullets, and I'm going to try and get a little bit of shotgun rain out on y'all, because like I'm saying, we got noise to spare, and then I will slowly be taking y'all down. I'm not going to use any more shotgun rain, because... Hey! We got a level up coming our way, and ooh, Quiet Gunner. That's exactly the perk that I needed before I started this raid, because that would make this shotgun make less noise. I would be appreciative of that, but the question is now, what do we do? And the answer is put away the best loot that we got, because it's not gonna get significantly better. So we just kind of gotta start, I don't know, making the best of this situation and grabbing the best stuff that we can, which, I don't know, man. Like, this base, I will say, we didn't have to use a C4, which is always a big plus when you don't get any, like, I don't know, like, if I have to use a C4 and it's worth it, that's also a big plus, but in this situation, if I had to use a C4 to open up these chests, I would be very angry at this base. In the meantime, I'm just disappointed. Just a little bit disappointed, because there is the potential that we could have gotten some way better stuff, but the fact of the matter is we didn't have to use a C4 to get disappointed. So as such, I will be rating this base a meh out of 10. That's right, it's not a good raid, it's not a great raid, it's a meh raid, because, well, literally, what did we realistically get out of it? You know, we got some planks. I will not complain about a little bit of plankitude, and we will also be breaking into these two before we call it quits on this raid. And from there, I don't know. Any armor? I don't think he really had any armor here, did he? No, so I'm just gonna try and pick up any full stacks of stuff, because at the end of the day, I like lots of things, and they don't really have like full stacks of anything good, which is a little bit disappointment. I could grab a couple cameras, that's never bad. Grab me a little bit of that. And, you know what? I will toss this 1 water bottle of fuel into my chopper. Mr. Chopper, this is your present for driving me here. There you go, buddy. There you go. Now you're on a totally full tank. But I hope you lads and lassies are prepared. Things are about to get fugly, because I don't know what else to be like. I'll grab some. Actually, I'll grab a connecting rod. You never know. They could come in handy again in the future. We already built our acid bats, so I don't really need them anymore. But you never know. Could be more recipes, especially with these big updates coming that do require them. But we're unleashing the wrath of the big one. Oh baby, we got a little bit of iron. Do I have any iron left on me? Because I don't think so. I think we put it away. Yeah, we did. Oh no, don't hurt me. Oh, I thought my game was about to freeze again, and like not freeze, but like not let my guy move. Because dude, that happens at like the randomest moments, and it is just not a recipe for success. But I would say that today we had a pretty decent recipe for success. Or should I will say we had a pretty decent recipe for not failing, because, well, all things considered, I didn't have to use a C4. And we got loot, so, I don't know. I'll take it. But with that said, with that done, let's go ahead and start wrapping it up for me for now. Thank you guys a whole thing for watching. This was an awesome one, and I'll talk to you next one. See ya.